Step your kitty up.
안녕하세요. Step your kitty up입니다. 안녕하십니다.
Hey, and I'm Jeremy. Welcome back to the Step Your Kitty Up channel.
Hey, and today we actually have a very special guest. We are happy to introduce Dan.
Yeah, this is our
guys?
friend Dan.
Dan is here to give the straight perspective on Drag Race.
Yeah, he here for that hetero voice, I guess, that we decided to let have a platform.
Yeah, I mean,
in our safe space.
God,
Cool.
okay, we know straights don't have rights on Chromatica, but you know.
But we did get him into Babe's Trixie tank top, and you're welcome.
Yeah, it looks great, right? So you're welcome.
I'm more of a Katya kind of guy, though.
Oh my God.
Shade already.
Shade.
And for that introductory shade, Dan, we're going to give you an introductory fan to kind of get
No, open it more. It's still got more.
There we go. Oh, little Toy Story fan. All right, good job. All right, this fan was purchased at Daiso, which is a $1.50 Japanese store.
I'm just dead. This is great. Dan, you're doing great. We love you.
Yep,
Dude, I know how to roll with the punches.
Fantastic.
All right, so
welcome back to the Step Your Kitty Up channel. All right,
we cover a lot of nerdy things here. We cover a lot of niche things.
We like to dive deep into our beloved fandoms. And the fandom that we are covering today is Drag Race.
And honey, she is beast.
Yeah, we are full on into All Stars 5. It is All Stars season.
We have watched the episode multiple times. We have so much to talk about.
So we're here to recap, review, and reevaluate.
And drop some shade, spill some tea.
Lots of tears.
Lots of tea.
Get the mop, guys. We need to get the mop.
Dan's a shady bitch.
Yes.
So we found out that we actually have some similar shade.
Right. Shady straight boy shit. They're coming down. Here we
Hashtag
go.
shady straight boy.
Yes,
Make sure you use the hashtag Shady Straight Boy, and then there's a link in the
Oh my God! Make sure to follow us at Step Your Kitty Up.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
Yeah, go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit the notification icon.
Punch that bell.
We got a lot more coming. See, isn't this the straight shit you were looking for? The straight tomfoolery.
It's a brand new energy to the channel, I
Straight
think.
tomfoolery. Let's go.
Oh my God.
All right. So episode 1 of All Stars began with the entrance looks.
Oh my God. Okay.
Now we have done a reaction on this channel already. We'll add the card here for any of you that might want to check out that video.
But the big thing with the entrance looks that we didn't get was a lot of the commentary that they featured on the episode, which I thought was nice because a lot of that shit we didn't get when they were walking in or any. I mean, of course, a lot of the outfit related comments were spoken, but nothing else.
Oh, a little extra shade, a little extra backstory.
Exactly. And so we've actually done this episode plenty of justice, and we have notes. Bitch, we came prepared with receipts. So let's do it. Let's actually get into this for a minute.
We want to ask Dan what he thinks since we've done a whole video.
Yeah, actually, since we've already done it, since we just have backup commentary now.
Okay.
We'll comment on your comments.
Yeah,
How about that?
All right.
We're going to piggyback on your straight ass.
Comment.
Yeah.
I just want to comment all over you.
Oh my God, I'm going to comment.
This is
I'm going to
B-roll.
comment all over you.
Alright. Got that on film. Let's go.
Oh my God. All right. So, Dan, as far as entrance looks go, of course, like he said, we've reacted, but what do you think, how are you feeling? So, of course, we got Shade.
Yeah, so I've only seen... So what was it? Season 10 is when I started watching.
Damn, for real?
Well, I guess I saw All Star Season 2, and that's what set it off. But that was like, I feel like I saw...
Okay, All Star Season 2 is a really good starter. That's what Jeremy and I started with.
That's a great setup, yeah.
It really just kind of not only sets the Drag Race tone as far as like what to expect, but it's the greatest of each of their seasons.
And the top, I wasn't even mad who was like...
Right.
Moment.
What about first we had Shea Coulee.
Shea Coulee.
Any comments on Shea Coulee?
So I thought her color choice was pretty good. And I don't know who she is, right? So I haven't been keeping up.
Okay.
So I saw
the season 9.
Yeah, I didn't see the dramatic where she knew she lost when the rose petals fell down, and I thought that was hilarious.
Okay, and so in the reading challenge, you knew what that was, but you didn't really know.
So you
what
know
that
there's
was.
this moment that where everyone knew she was not going to.
Okay, and see,
but that's all you really know.
I didn't know you hadn't seen that.
Nope, I haven't seen it. Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Just a basic white boy living in a new world.
Okay. Well, just to give you some context,
She changed finales.
Well, actually, no, I don't even want to spoil it for you.
Literally, Sasha Velour changed the way that Drag Race finales.
Imagine what would have happened if those rose petals were actually butterflies and those butterflies were dead and they just fell to the ground.
Well, it's amazing because those butterflies are the result of those rose petals.
Exactly. So, that's why I just like imagine
but hey,
if you did it right the second.
We are no, we are not gonna shade Asia O'Hara on this channel because I actually know Asia O'Hara personally.
We won't.
And I love her.
Girl, I feel like she would be fine.
No, and
she's
made jokes about it. Also, like we've definitely all moved on,
on.
And she has definitely redeemed herself since then. And that was a moment of. We thought one thing was going to happen, and it didn't happen. And that just, shit. It happens, you know?
It happens.
Okay, well, you remember how you feel about Asia O'Hara when we get to Derek very later on in this episode. How about that, bitch?
That's fine, because I have a lot to say about that. And, and most of it's positive.
Oh, okay. Oh, cute.
Well, I'm the opposite, so
let's see how this goes.
This kid.
All right, anyway, so
then Cracker walks
All right, Miss Cracker.
Okay, so I know who Miss Cracker is.
That is okay, perfect.
That was a fun season. She's looking like a damn snack, fellas.
For sure.
She's like, I gained pounds. I was like, yeah, but you thick and working, though, so...
Well, no, she said she gained pounds, but she gained years.
It's like
girl, we get you. But the whole thing, though, is Cracker had a glow up.
I agree. I feel like
from her season to now, her makeup skills. In my opinion, sorry.
And just this episode in general, I felt like she's really confident now, and it's like showing that she's allowing herself to be that goofy self now.
Right.
And I dig that.
She's not kind of doubting herself anymore. Because they even show in the previous clips, she's not allowing herself to slip.
Exactly.
And then she really just gave herself the full reins, you know?
And after seeing her entrance, I did say that I was anticipating seeing how she does in this, especially after seeing this episode. I think I'm like,
did you know what things were going to be in this season? Have you seen the reveal already?
Yeah, I actually saw the reveal on Step Your Kitty Up.
Hey! Oh my god! Work! Bitch, I'm shook.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. A real fan.
Thanks for the plug.
Yeah.
All right, so...
I just want to say that I'm sexually attracted to Boy Cracker and Girl Cracker.
Oh, so, that's how I feel about Jackie.
Yeah, here we go.
Jackie Cox, yes!
Jackie Cox.
Please high five me, thank you. I'm don't leave me hanging.
Okay, well then just FYI, I'm going to be a little, I'm going to be super biased towards giving Miss Cracker all the D, so just FYI.
Oh, dude, we know.
Okay, alright.
We've seen your YouTube history.
Jackie should have been the fourth queen. Anyway.
Girl, we even talked about it.
We have a video on it.
We have a video on it.
I haven't seen that video, but I'm on par. So let's keep going.
I'm glad to hear. Okay, so all right. So the next one.
Okay, so Blair walks
Mateo.
Oh yeah, Alexis. Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. It's Bam. I literally didn't write Alexis. I wrote
You wrote Bam.
Bam.
Excuse me.
Okay, so Alexis is great. How do you feel about that?
I thought her entrance look was super good. Mm-hmm. I really like the Puerto Rican flag. She's got a lot of pride, and I dig that.
Right. I also like that she is definitely one of the more fluent bilingual queens in the sense that she can give you shade in English and Spanish.
Oh yes.
When her and Ricky Martin had that moment in the reading challenge, I died. So
no.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that I didn't put two and two together. Alexis Mateo is Vanjie's drag mother.
Yes!
And that makes a lot of sense because they're both very saucy.
Yes.
And I'm like,
I forgot that you know Vanjie.
Oh my god, yeah, that makes sense.
That was one of the first episodes. Vanjie. Alright.
I forget how fun that part of becoming a Drag Race fan is when you start to connect some of those dots.
Especially watching All Stars first.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's something we started in I'm from season 7. Okay, we don't know what that means, but then you go back and watch those season shows.
And then it means everything.
Oh, shit.
Alright, so what about Blair St. Clair?
First of all, I wrote, damn, Blair St. Clair grew up.
Yeah.
Man! That's the mood.
Very much that.
That's
literally
a big old mood.
Read that.
Okay, and so what I've taken from this is she took her trauma and she has either rose above it or she has used it as a shield so that it cannot be used against her. Instead of being a victim to her trauma, she uses that trauma as a weapon against everyone else. And I love that. It's
she's empowered.
Yes, she empowered herself and I'm really digging that.
All right, beautiful.
Okay.
Anything else on Blair?
I think we're good.
She has the clapbacks now. She was serving everyone.
Man, that clapback was hot.
She had it them all episode.
Mm-hmm.
She
like, really did.
She was quippy.
There was one joke in her what's it called? The mini challenge that was kind of like, but then she stepped it up. So
yeah, okay,
whatever.
I feel that.
The only thing that I wrote down is, have you seen First Wives Club?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Wow, okay. So, sorry, straight guy. All right.
Oh, man. Straight guy reacts to First Wives Club.
Right.
That's coming.
So, there's this
There's
one.
a link right there.
So, you know the one part in the funeral where Maggie Smith?
Yes. I was like, you got the name.
Okay, Jesus, let me... Oh, hey.
I'm doing some pull-ups. Doing some real hetero shit.
So you know the part where Goldie Hawn goes to the funeral and she's there with Maggie Smith or whatever?
Yeah.
And Maggie Smith goes, and your lips. That's what went through my mind when I saw Blair St. Clair, because her lips like doubled in size. They were showing pictures from her old season and they moved to now and she's like,
Oh my god, it's like full Alaska syndrome?
yes.
Oh god.
So I just wanted to point that out. That
Oh my god.
and your lips.
Okay, so we've got Mariah.
Oh, Mariah Balenciaga,
Okay, so-
A.K.A. Mariah blah blah blah.
Paris,
A.K.A. the
AKA
Power
Mariah.
Rangers new villain.
A.K.A. Mariah, bitch. Yes, I love you, mama. Yes.
Like, she walked in looking like Rita Repulsa.
Look. What do you
Like...
Okay, so I don't know who she is, but I wasn't a big fan of her outfit because I'm not a big fan of those like protruding chest pieces.
Right.
But that's just me.
I love her, but I'm not a huge fan of the look.
The outfit was a choice. Let's all be real. Okay,
It
so...
was a bad choice.
But I love her so much that I'm upset.
Oh my god. Okay, so India Farrow walks in, and how shook were you?
I was like, damn, is this gonna be the best entrance look? That's what I said.
Okay, fair.
Like, it had like a storyline, like this.
And then she
this,
turns
and
around,
then-
you're like, oh
yeah.
my god. And the only thing I don't like about the outfit, I think her contour's too severe, but that's just me. I'm like the face.
It looks better on the stage. Like
She definitely paints for the stage, and I
yeah,
appreciate
and
that.
so when for a workroom entrance, it was too heavy. But
when she got out.
when I saw her look on the stage later, and then they came into the workroom from the stage, it looked really severe in the workroom. But every time she was on stage, it looked magnificent.
Super balanced.
So I think that might be what that is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Anyway, please
You're good.
continue.
Okay, so next we got
I put
Jujubee.
pussy staircase.
You put Pussy Staircase?
Yeah, look.
Me
like-
too. I put Pussy Staircase.
Yeah, the pussy staircase.
Yes, you should be. Yes, ma'am.
Oh my god.
We all wrote
She
it
said
down.
I elevated my pussy. I'm the pussy staircase. Like that.
Stairway to pussy. Anyway.
So, what do you think about this Jujubee?
Jujubee said she was in the top 3 twice. And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Jujubee in that wig was serving you biological female. Jujubee in that wig was serving you
Biological grandma.
like literally Cruella DeVille.
But in the best way. Yeah, like, she
It was
so
perfect. And when she
beautiful.
said, I'm dressed for all your funerals, I felt that in my
Oh,
soul.
it was
Like,
so amazing. Like,
Yeah, she really put that dark, slender fit look together. Really well.
yeah, for sure.
I think so.
All right.
I meant no shade when I said grandma. Like, I just meant that because it was a gray wig.
She
was
looked like the
fantastic.
matriarchy of like Asian royalty.
Right, absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
straight up.
No,
There's nothing wrong with cougars, just ask Zach.
I mean, that's very
Oh my god. Okay, Derek
Hey,
Barry.
Derek. And then Derek walks
Uh,
in and then does that Britney.
And then I
Look.
put this bitch.
This bitch. Like straight up, because
I'm getting one trick pony vibes, y'all.
my whole thing with Derek was Derek is on the confessional talking about I'm not gonna have the same look, and then it's the same thing.
I want them to get to know the real me, does Brittany again.
Right.
I can see you disagree, Jeremy.
No. It's not that. I think that this is my opinion.
We
yeah,
know.
Yeah.
I think Derek thought she had more time.
Yeah, probably.
And it's just the entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would I not start where I left off?
Right.
This is what you know me for.
Well, and it was
right?
reveals. It was all reveals too.
Right.
That was good.
And it was elevated from that.
Right.
And it was classic.
Well, and the drag was
know.
definitely elevated. Like
Right.
the makeup
Yeah.
was top notch.
And if Derek had a story arc over multiple episodes, this would have been a perfect starting point.
Okay, I'll allow
And
it.
if I look at it from that point of view, I understand why we started here. But since Derek has the journey that Derek, because we'll get through that right the rest of the episode. I think it feels different.
Right. And so
and it plays into exactly what you're saying. It's like, why the fuck did you do that?
Well, and the whole thing too is that it's okay. I'm going to make the illusion here of Rock'em. Rock'em Sakura has been accused of copying Trixie Mattel's makeup when she actually has been quoted saying that she learned how to draw anime out of one of those how to draw anime books. And then she's been quoted saying that she learned how to draw anime out of one of those, books. And she took that to her makeup style. And so while it may look very reminiscent of Trixie, it's not the same. And so she just doesn't appreciate that criticism. So I can see that.
So I'm just looking at Trixie real quick over here.
And so and
just
so
for reference.
Yeah, and so like my thing with that is that
the contour right here.
Derek might take reference to Brittany's facial structure or how she does her makeup, and that might be Derek's true drag. And we may see that as Brittany because that's how she's presented it, but this refinement that she's done with her makeup skills could be the true Derek, and we're just not seeing it yet.
And we would have seen it throughout.
Exactly. And so
more of a story.
And like I said, I want to give her flowers, but she's still gonna get this read.
No, and I understand because it is what it is.
Right. So exactly.
Right.
Anyway,
but
so
I just wanted to say because I got love for Derek, so I just gotta say what I gotta say.
I also do love that, like, I love the realness of her. Immediately, the moment she walks through the door, she's like, India can be, like, okay with the fake hugs, but I do not like her. I was like, yes, ma'am. Let it be known that you don't stand that bitch.
I will always. That means a lot to me.
Yeah, the realness.
I love a real bitch.
The realness.
I love a real bitch.
We love the realness.
You just gotta climb up on top of that pussy staircase and just be the top real bitch. Yes. Gotta really just like.
Oh my god.
Alright, so then we had Mayhem Miller.
Okay.
Okay, so before we say anything, what did you... And you know
Mayhem. I know Mayhem, yeah.
Because Mayhem is in one...
Yeah.
So, alright, so how did you feel about it?
So I was like, hell yeah. And I remembered, I'm a big fan of the Try Guys, so I watched Eugene, and the first person that put him in drag was actually Mayhem, so I'm like pulling for her a little
because
extra.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like pulling for her a little more. So.
Nice.
And then I loved her in her season, so.
All right, well, okay, so here's a little bit of thing for you. So there was some drama when this look was first revealed because apparently her entrance look is like a $28
Amazon bodysuit,
Amazon.
yeah.
So
how do you
feel about that? Before I even say
how do you feel about that
what
look?
reactions were?
I didn't see any. I wasn't like drawn to any flaws or anything at all. So if you can make $28 work, then good for you, bitch.
That's exactly how I. First of all, well done on the snap.
Thank you.
It was even timed well.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was in band.
Oh.
I got tempo.
I got tempo.
Oh my god.
I love you, bitch. Oh my god. Okay. So
Recurring member? What?
Like, my big thing with that was whenever she's like, oh my god, you smell rich. And she's like, thank you, I farted. I fucking died. Like, that shit had me rolling. Oh my god. Mayhem's got the jokes. And I'll give her the comedy queen. Okay.
Okay, so interesting. I just kind of want
Yeah,
I
I
agree.
mean-
There were people that read her for filth, and I thought it was kind of bullshit.
Fashion shouldn't be about
Do you know
expensive
how
ass
much
shit.
money these girls have to spend to prepare everything they need for this show?
Like, literally every show that they do, they've put 5 times the amount of money they're going to get from it into it. Like, all of it. The makeup is so expensive. The wardrobe, getting it cinched is not easy.
True.
Speaking of expensive wardrobe, and then the last entrance was on
Angina! Ready to snatch wigs.
And then when I thought India Farah was the best entrance, Angina quickly took that shit.
Look at like rich history up in here.
Literally.
And I was like, damn, when I turn on the History Channel, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, so literally, like,
That's
that.
beautiful.
I wrote that down too. I said, like, Angina killed every other look when she walked in. And I love the moment she walks in and Blair St. Clair just...
Right.
And she goes on the cutaway and says, she is literally, and I don't want to misquote this, we're going to say this, Angina is a drag race legend, period.
Yes. That was
and that's the tea. Like,
I love that Blair gave that kind of respect. That's fantastic.
It was so, like, it was one of those like K-pop senior moments. Like it was like paying respect to your elders.
K-pop senior, gotta put them in K-pop retirement homes.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, there's free buffets on Tuesday.
Okay, so
then RuPaul walks in like Dua Lipa announcing some new fucking rules.
bye.
Alright, so then we go on to mini challenge.
Okay, and then so for the mini challenge, and then for the mini
challenge,
Ricky fucking Martin walks in the door, and I'm like, my gay ass, I'm like, woo, gay panic. Like, I have so many 90s crush problems about that. Like, that was back before.
Would you say you were into superstition? Black cats and voodoo dolls?
Yeah. Ricky Martin read RuPaul for filth.
God bless.
Saying, you're so old that when you started drag, the pride flag was in black and white.
Like, that was such an amazing read.
And it was in Spanish.
For them to not put a bigger laugh track behind that was
I was so appalled by
so...
the amount of people that didn't understand that joke. Alexis Mateo was meh.
Yeah, Alexis, meh.
Okay,
him, I said was meh.
Okay, Derek was savage.
Derek, oh my god, that was not...
It's amazing. You work for the Piranha because you're a walking billboard. I said, bitch.
Yeah, and then India was like, like just taking it like, I hate this bitch.
Look, she is not fake, and I love
I appreciate that.
Like, she was like, I'm not going to even pretend. I'm not going to skip the bitch.
She said,
I'm not gonna
this one is tea.
This one, I don't give a fuck. I don't like you.
We're done.
Your teeth are fucked up. Don't you
my God.
ever come for my boyfriend, ever. And you know what? Hold up. I'm going to say it. Thank you. She defending the shit out of Nebraska, too, and I love that.
Look, we stand loyalty in this house.
Yes. Anyway, moving on. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I feel something white.
So, Jujubee saying, meh, Hem Miller, I lost my shit.
Serious foreshadowing there.
Cracker being like, I only shade queens that I respect. So I think we're done here.
I know.
Okay, so who won the mini challenge? It was Juju and Blair?
It was Juju and Blair. They each won a $2,000 gift card to American Richard. I wish I could win a $2,000 gift card to American Richard.
Please sponsor us.
I would wear the shit out of American Richard.
And so
on
would
this
these
channel.
straight boobs. Look at that.
Can we get him something sexy to wear, please?
Yeah, I need at least a $2,000 credit line.
Hi, we're the Thirsty Gays channel.
Oh my god, okay.
2 gays and straight.
So, in my opinion,
I love that.
in my opinion, based on what I've seen so far in the episode, and like I said, we already gave Derek her roses, so when India said hashtag free Britney, I felt that in my soul.
Like, let it go.
I was like, bitch, just free
Elsa,
Britney.
yeah.
Let it go. We gotta let her go.
So then Rue announces that we've got the Work the World Variety Act.
Yeah, and so
As the main
basically
stage
it's talent show with a Work the World centric theme.
Which is interesting, and I think that's actually really smart. They keep working the branding into the show.
Also, this was more so, what would you bring to the main stage of this Las Vegas act? And that was different. India and Derek drama is fucking juicy.
It is.
And Cracker's commentary is so dead on. When Cracker's like, it is a potluck and we are feasting. It's a brisket. I died.
Girl, but can we also just mention that Angina is stirring that pot? She was bouncing back and forth. And she was like giddy about it. She was like, hee, tell me your shit.
Messy
really?
bitch.
I'm gonna go tell them. Hey girl. But she was honest about it too, and I appreciate the honesty.
I think it's super juicy. And I'm excited. I was excited to see where it went, but kind of like got squashed pretty quick.
Right. India looks like great value Trixie Mattel out of drag. It's shady, but it's the truth.
Well, that's a girl. You are entitled to your shade. It's your channel.
Let's get on to the talent show.
All right.
So Rue was serving you all the hip pads. She said, I can do pads too.
That side swoop wig that she had
so cute.
Was so cute.
Okay.
I like her wig, but
the dress.
I didn't really like it that much.
The dress was forgettable.
It was a beautiful color.
I mean, like, she's going to pull off everything she does.
The best thing about the dress was the pads, so... And also, honorary mention to Ross's suit, which was fucking impeccable. Like...
Always.
I think might have matched mine.
That's what I was thinking!
I think his suit might have matched my scarf, so...
Literally, I was
hey,
like...
Ross, look at this girl, man, cute! Yes, ma'am!
Yes, ma'am. We stand. Okay, so...
Okay.
Let's hit these queens
I'm
real
straight.
quick.
I'm sure I fulfill something.
So, Alexis comes out and she's got this routine. She's giving you the footwork. How we feel about it?
A+.
I loved it.
A lip sync with backup dancers in a 1-inch heel, not impressed.
Oh.
I didn't think about the heel part.
We have Shay. I'm just going to say I expected more.
Yeah. It was kind of awkward with her.
I loved it. That was
the pole dance. Was a great prop, but it was not used.
Oh my god. That pole dance took so much energy and,
it took a lot of
strength. I believe that song was actually hers. I think that was an original Shea Coulee song.
No, I'm not saying that was bad.
No, I know.
I respected her performance. I wish that she did more with the pole.
I just love disagreeing with everyone. It's my favorite part of it.
What's up, Professor Contrary? So, I will say that Shay totally was giving me Jamie Lee Curtis and True Lies vibes.
Yeah!
Bitch was hot. Like, she looked like she was dripping, and I was kind of dripping myself. So,
girl, okay, Mayhem Miller.
I'm over it. The eyes.
I was like, oh, she's got the eyes.
I'm sorry.
She's got the eyes again, guys. Also, her garage band beat was pretty lame.
And we couldn't hear your words, so do better, sis.
Hold on, wait. I have something I need to say about Mayhem Miller. I just need to say that when we watched it, right before we filmed this episode, we watched the episode just to make sure we were fresh.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we watched it with subtitles on. And there's one part during her performance where it just goes indistinct lyrics. The subtitles didn't know what she said.
I didn't know.
So the subtitles shaded her, not us.
Damn! Girl.
So yeah, all right. So that's Mayhem.
So
then we had Mariah Balenciaga.
Mariah Balenciaga's performance was so moving.
Mariah Angelou.
Yeah, it was really good.
I feel like, honestly, as a white person, it's not my place to speak in the place of how that performance was. I was very moved, and it touched me emotionally, but I will never understand the struggle that was conveying, so I don't want to pretend that that's even a thing.
I agree. It was a really artistic performance, and she did it well.
Look, I think there is absolutely something to be said for drag is already an art form where men are impersonating women and embodying women and expressing this side of femininity. And then for Mariah to choose to try to express the black woman's struggle and lift up the black woman's voice in this time.
Yeah.
I think was beautiful.
It's very important.
That was something that we actually really needed right now.
Yeah.
Even though they filmed this way back,
right.
We needed that today. And just for that,
we needed it when it was filmed, but we definitely need it today.
Absolutely. And so, way to use your platform.
Yes, exactly.
Fantastic.
Using your platform for that was the best choice, and that's all I can say about that.
Yeah, I'm
Entrance
a
Look Be
fan out for it.
Damned.
I'm a fan out for it.
Yeah, Entrance Look Be Damned, the performance was excellent, and I believe it was better than Safe. So that's all I'm going to say on that.
Oh, we'll talk about that in a moment.
We'll talk about that in a moment. Cracker
she came in as a pickle.
Cracker.
Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick.
Pickle Cracker.
I was so glad she took the pickle costume off because, just like with Mayhem, I'm like, I don't care about this brand moment. Like, let it go. But she had that moment, and then it was a reveal.
Well, yeah, and ditching that, but not only that, the original song was better. The lyrics were better. The comedy mixed in with it.
It was a fun routine.
Yes.
I do want to say that her outfit, isn't that what sent her home last time? Like, it's like the same kind of no legs, just like the little
bodysuit.
Yeah.
Look.
That's like her thing, but I feel like she burned that to the ground with her season. I'm like, I know you made it safe this week, but you gotta step it up a little bit to get
going.
That is an opinion I have
remember Michelle's critiques from that season.
I'm a little bit shook.
Straight white boys have memory, y'all.
All right.
Fun fact.
We might upgrade your fan for the next episode. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, you might be getting a new fan.
We might get you a mini fabric.
Dan might be a regular on these Drag Race segments.
Right.
If you enjoy Dan, please drop down in the comments and let us know.
Let us know if you enjoy Dan. Maybe
because Dan, the Drag Race fan.
And if you don't like me,
Dan, the Drag Race fan. All right.
Dan, the CisHet Drag Race
All
fan.
right. So then we had Blair.
Okay.
We had Blair's riveting...
Okay, Adore 2.0. I see you, bitch.
It did remind me of Adore's performance. I will agree with you on that. It reminded me of that moment from All Stars 2.
Her vocals were lackluster, and the words were not driving me. So that's all I'm gonna say.
She looked good, but I thought she was kind of like someone went to Walmart, got a Yeti mic, and then was like, I can sing. And she's really she's really confident now, which is great. She looks great. But
bitch didn't even say Best Buy. You said Walmart.
That fucking. I didn't
teach
think
him the shade.
I didn't think that her voice was up to par with her confidence, but she can get there. I think she can get there.
She did sell that like
The
every moment of
performance
that.
she sold, I will absolutely
I
agree.
100%.
Yeah,
agree
okay,
with that.
fair. But the vocals,
there were some shaky note moments.
Mm-hmm.
I needed Coco to come back real quick and be like, girl, find the note. On Gina, like, I love her, but...
Miss Cracker, when they panned to her and she was like... I was like, that's how I feel.
Yes!
I thought I was looking in the mirror.
Okay, this is a perfect example of she needs to step her kitty up.
I feel really bad because I don't want to speak negatively.
It was a good performance, though. No, I don't want to... And that's the thing. I don't want to...
I would give it absolutely first place in a junior high talent show.
I just want to say that I wrote that it's going to be really awkward when she gets eliminated because it's obvious that Rue wants her there. It's obvious that like
the fans
want
her
there.
Yeah. So it's just like I think
it's kind of how I feel about Bibi Zahara Benet when she came back.
Yeah.
She was pussy bitch.
We next have Derek Barry. Okay, all right. I'll sit back for a moment.
I respect that Derek did impersonations instead of Brittany.
Stick with what you know.
Yeah, well, no, not even that. Yeah, well, shit, that is shady as fuck. Oh my god. Holy shit, I'm shook. So the impersonations would have been better. Like,
okay. To be fair, of all Derek Barry that I've seen has been this entire episode. So nothing personal, Derek.
I have to say that if Derek did a little bit more of a pause between. Like, there was one of the queens that had brought that up in the after and said, if you would have given us time.
It was like rapid fire. Like, here's my share. Here's
this next person. We may would have been able to appreciate it differently, but with her going rapid fire, there was not enough distinction with the voices, and the voices weren't great.
I'm going to tweak that because I don't disagree. I think the rapid fire worked for the pacing. I think it's when she said the names of who the impressions were.
Right.
That would have been a moment to say, Cher. Like, I'm calling Cher.
Instead of just all in one breath.
And so but if she had just changed back to Derek's voice for the names, like, this is the moment I'm calling this person or whatever.
Okay.
I think that would have worked just fine. I think the pacing was fine.
Yeah, work the names into
I
the
really
sketch
like that.
Like, Cher, what's going on? Or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that would have worked just fine.
So that, I agree with that.
But we can't forget about when she was like, oh yeah, I forgot one. And I was like, oh no.
Oh no, and then she did Joan Rivers and it just literally put the nail in the coffin.
Sorry, I was already ready for the next one.
It was a good Joan Rivers impression too. Joan is in heaven and or hell, and she is laughing about that.
Heaven and or hell.
And Joan is laughing about that joke too, actually.
Jujubee comes out and literally slays the stage.
She was literally just standing there, and that was such a good song. I was like, you got it.
Jujubee needs an album. Not every queen needs a single after their elimination, but this bitch needs an album because her voice is that good.
We do say that a lot, that not everybody needs a single. Like,
dude,
not all y'all need to be releasing a single. Come on now.
You should do it if you want to for funsies, but just don't be mad about the backlash if it's not good.
Well, speaking of which, make sure you buy and download the Step Your Kitty Up soundtrack and our theme song, which will be released very soon on iTunes.
Oh my god! Stream us on Spotify, bitches! Well, good. It's the announcement because it's fucking happening, bitches.
Oh, perfect. All right,
okay. So anyway, Jujubee killed it. India.
Shook the head.
I said she brought it, and I put R.I.P. Derek. Because in my mind, I was thinking that because they made this beef between them, and I was like, well...
You already knew what they were, what story they were piecing together. Yeah, you could see it happening.
And so,
each one narrative.
After all this happens, and we get all the girls brought back to the main stage, Rue kind of fucks everything up. And he's like, All Stars rules have been suspended permanently!
And we're all like, oh.
There's the fucking...
Okay.
There it is.
So give it to us.
Season 5 of All Stars.
Oh, no.
Right.
Okay.
And then, so now we have the top All-Star versus a secret lip-sync assassin. Dan, what are you feeling about this?
Well, are we... The top 3 were Miss Cracker, Alexis, and India, and I thought Alexis was going to get it. That wasn't the case. It seemed to be India. Which is fine. She deserved it.
I thought, honestly, that Jujubee should have been top. She was my top because of her voice, and that performance moved me, and it was just so cute, and, like, not even cute, it was powerful. Like, let's be real, that shit, she has a voice.
I just don't think the judges didn't see her move around enough.
Well, it was honestly because she didn't have the voice and, like, a dance move or something, but that kind of voice takes a lot of air to support. So, I understand.
I mean, my top 3 were Juju, Mariah, and Shay. I know that we don't agree on Shay.
But Shay's performance was still good. She still served it to me.
Right.
Like,
I mean, you can sub in Miss Cracker for that one if you want. I'll be okay with that.
Okay.
But I think Jujubee and Mariah were the top 2 for the week, and so I don't quite understand.
Yeah, how Mariah's performance was only safe, like I said, I don't understand that because that was so powerful.
Like, if you're going to show up to the first episode of Drag Race All-Stars with a lip sync, you better fucking move my soul, and guess what? She did. So why the hell was she safe?
True.
Okay, so where am I?
Shabbat Shablam! When we get the queens back in the workroom, we now have, instead of it being, why should you be safe? Why should you save me? And it's like, those 2 queens, it's literally like, she's talking to everybody. Everyone wants to know. Mm-hmm. And so I find that really interesting because it creates a lot more drama.
They're making deals. They're making some back alley stock deals. They're like, hey, insider trading. And they're like,
Girl,
yeah,
I'm anxious to see how that actually plays out.
We
don't know
literally
yet.
just thinking that. Because I'm like, how is this going to fizzle out when one of them gets sent home by someone else? Like...
It's going to be awkward when India's in the top again and Mayhem's in the bottom again. And she's going to be like...
Bye!
Yeah, bye, later.
Also... What happens when they're in a challenge together and they don't do well because they don't work well together? Or, you know, like, how's this going to fucking play out?
Is it going to be some, like, weird forced friendship that neither of them really wanted, but they were just trying to, like, save...
But yeah, now they're literally, like, stuck.
Oh. We get to the lip sync.
So, we've got...
And I love that we get to change outfits.
Oh, dude. It's so unfair in the regular season when they don't get to do that.
Right.
Because it's...
I'm sure it's because it was like, get these bottom queens out of here.
For instance, the part where, I can't remember, Homegirl had to rip off the entire bottom of her dress to be able to walk her.
Right.
Like, that's not fair.
Right, I agree.
So it kind of puts them at a disadvantage.
So it's nice to actually get to see some successful lip syncs.
If a queen doesn't put themselves in the bottom in their head, then it sets them up for failure if they are in the bottom with their outfit.
It's like taking a chance. It's like, I want to wear this really elegant dress, but I can't lip sync if I do bad. So.
Ooh, damn, that's the tea.
Well, there's that. All right, so we know India is the winner of the challenge.
Mm-hmm. And we know there's only one lip-syncing queen.
And so she has to lip sync against the lip sync assassin, and it is revealed to be Daniel.
Evie Oddly.
A queen that you are actually familiar with.
Yeah, I actually really wanted her to win her season. I didn't think she was going to get it because of the, tomfoolery that goes on with choosing this queen.
Uh-huh.
But she got it, and I was super stoked. And I'm still stoked.
And
then she came out on this stage, and she literally looked like Psilocybin Pride Parade.
I was like, oh, Evie still stuck to her roots. Dope.
Yeah. Yep. It was cute.
And she really proved that she is a lip sync assassin.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Like start to finish.
Well, and because you even commented on how you were worried she was going to come out and do all the...
Yeah, I was like, oh, she's just going to do a couple back bends, and we're supposed to be like, oh, cool. But she did not. She came out, she proved me wrong, she proved you wrong, she proved...
My pussy was slimy.
Yeah, all of them wrong.
She incorporated it well to where it wasn't the focus of her contortions weren't the focus. It was more just like incorporated into
a feature.
Yeah,
it was the nail in the coffin. She was like, oh, and by the time she got to it, she was like, by the way, you remember I can do this?
Yeah,
well, and then I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying that moment when she just did this one fluid movement of just being like. And I was like, oh, okay.
Well, my joints don't do that, so fuck me.
My back hurts.
Fuck my joints, right?
Yeah.
My back hurts. That's a whole mood watching her perform. India still performed nobly.
Absolutely.
She put on a great show, and her interpretation of the song and the performance, all of it was great, and it shouldn't be shit on at all. However, Evie shat all over her. I
mean, you can only do so many forward dive rolls.
You do rolls very well.
Yeah, I mean, and they were well timed, and
Yeah.
So, but I agree with Rue that Evie won that lip sync.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the bottom 2 queens and who actually got eliminated.
So the bottom two were Mayhem and
Derek.
First of all, I feel it should have been a bottom three, and Angina should have been included.
Yeah, I think...
bitch, I'm shook.
I really want them to vote between 3 people, because it makes it more...
And sometimes they pick 3, and sometimes they pick 2, and they are very willy-nilly about it. And I
don't like that.
I think that's part of the riggery, because they want Angina to stay. And honestly, I want Angina to stay too.
Same.
But
they want there to be more drama in the elimination too.
It should have been a bottom 3. But anyway. So, out of those 2, I probably would have chosen Mayhem as well. Because the purpose of this challenge is to see who's going to do the Work the World tour. Who's actually going to be able to be a variety show performer after All Stars.
Well, and keep an audience entertained.
And I think
These
of those 2 acts, the one that is going to be able to transition into that, I just think that Derek's would have been better. I was not impressed by Mayhem's. I think if you're going to get up there, and she would have done better to lip sync.
And you agree with Mayhem?
Yeah. I felt like they were both in the bottom. I didn't really have
Either way.
I knew that India was going to pick Derek either way. And I could tell, like, once Evie revealed that it was Derek, she, like, did, like, the smirk, like, she was going home either way.
Right.
Like, Derek was
okay, that's fair.
Really? Okay, because I read it differently.
Because the way she did it, she was like, I thought she was like, oh, nice. Like, she was kind of like, I chose Derek too. Kind of that was me, though.
Okay, and this is maybe just my brain, like, making up my own narrative. You know, it's very Valentina of me. But
I'd like to keep it on. Anyway.
But I just think it would be really cool if India had chosen Mayhem, and she was using this as, like, an olive branch to Derek, and really kind of getting that.
Oh, but she didn't get that chance.
It didn't even. Oh man.
And like really using this moment to like be like, I know I was hateful in these things I said on.
Well, because Derek even acknowledged that in the one-on-one. Derek said, "I want to say that I respect you," and that like Derek acknowledged the change, and Derek changed their opinion so quickly when it came.
It was like, oh,
when presented with different facts and a different perspective than what she had, she changed her opinion. And I have to respect that. Like, that's mature as fuck.
But would India choose Derek after making that pact with Mayhem, knowing well that the other queens definitely voted for Derek, in the sense that the next episode when they're like, who'd you pick? She's either going to have to be sketchy and be like, I'm not showing you, which symbolizes Mayhem, or she shows Mayhem, or it's Derek, and it's obviously
my thing is, honestly, if she did choose Mayhem, and then she chose Derek to stay, she was smiling because she was like, damn, I was going to send that bitch home and be like, I don't form alliances.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been the shade of it all, and I would have died.
That would be really good at keeping the drama going, because, you know, one feud gone, another one's got to come back.
Well, and that's, speaking of come back, when Derek gets eliminated, of course, and is finally off, y'all can't think I'm not coming back with these rules being suspended. Literally, that's what I was thinking too.
We all said it
too. With the Derek, as far as bye Derek, because I even wrote, he wrote LOL bye, and I wrote bye Derek in like giant print, right? And we were both so yay. But I've been fighting with myself about this because I do think Derek had more to show, and I do think that it's not fair to assume that if Derek thought that they had enough episodes for this narrative, you know, this role to be played out, you know, and to show the growth, then of course it makes sense to start with the Britney, like you were saying earlier. Like, she didn't even get a chance to do that. And if you were going to do it, you should have started with that. You should have started with, bitch, here's where I am now. And then you can do Britney in the talent show as a gag. Because you came in your entrance look and you weren't Britney. But by coming in and giving me a double reveal Britney, you're not selling me on the fact that you actually changed.
This is All Stars. There's no time for story arcs in this season.
Yeah, and you can't look at it that way, and that's very true. I think that in Derek's mind.
And like I said earlier too, you can't fault a queen for painting and using someone else's face or someone else's like bone structure as reference, because at the end of the day, we are all doing that at some, you know?
Right.
And so
Dan's like,
I use this to trim my beard. Right?
Totally, yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I'm pretty shook about the lip sync assassin thing. I can't wait for next week. Based on the legs, I really don't know who it is.
I don't either.
Okay, so here's what I'm really hoping happens. At some point, I really hope it's going to be like, and the lip sync assassin is, and they lift it up and it's nobody, and then Rue stands up.
Bitch! Oh my god, and
I got goosebumps just thinking
and
about
it's for
it.
Rue's original song, like that's the thing.
If Rue slays somebody, I just want to see.
I'd
I just
die.
want to see Rue slay
I
somebody.
would die.
For next week, they said they have to write a verse. Here's my prediction.
Oh, okay.
Blair St. Clair is going to be in the bottom because her voice is not up to par with the other queens. Not saying it's bad.
But she got the snappy comeback.
That's true.
So she
If
might
you-
be able
Snappy comebacks do not a verse right. Next week, I really don't know what to expect because all of these queens look like they have some sort of musical talent. So
I mean, this is all stars. Like,
yeah, this is
you better
no
brought your talent.
No. According to Jujubee, this is some stars.
Some stars 5.
All right. On that note, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. If you enjoyed Dan, please make sure to
tell us in the comments.
Tell us
Dan
in the comments. Thank you so much for watching.
And as always,
Step your kitty up.
Good job, Dan.
I'm sorry that took so long. That was really fun. I'm not gonna